Monkey Man.
Greetings. It is a week before summer, so we got a ways to go, and a month before my birthday comes up. I will be turning the big 3-5 in exactly 1 month from now. So I have reached the midway point. So at this stage, I want to give everybody an update for all of the laundromat customers here. So I had a computer desk that was supposed to be shipped earlier this week. It was supposed to be here today. It was supposed to be built today. I was going to hire a handyman to come over and help build it, and it was going to take about 2 to 3 hours. But it got shipped today, and it won't be here till Tuesday. And so now I have to wait till Friday to get the computer desk built, and then having to wait another 2 days for the new computer to be built. There's a lot that I got on my plate. Plus, I'm getting ready for Texas in July. So I got a lot of things to get ready for. But hey, we got a show tonight. It's been a while. We didn't do one last week because of circumstances that I won't go into personally, but it's going to be different this time around. There will be no dating sims to this week because the torturers are not finding the torturing fun anymore.
We're bored, okay? We're just tired.
Happy Friday the 13th, you bitches. Now go out and watch some fucking Jason Voorhees.
It's like Millhouse. It's like, they've been fucking for 2 hours. Like, stop.
Well, the thing is with me with the dating,
practically you know. Whenever we have something going up in that Jujutsu Kaisen dating sim, you're just like, stop.
Whoa. You're saying you know people that go at it for 2 hours, and you're just gonna. Jesus.
What's not fun about it is like you're getting cock blocked every time you get into a fucking scene.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so instead, you're going to do a combination of 2 things. We got Lotion Man, which I have no idea what this saga is all about.
Oh, that's the second one. The first one is
the first one we're going to do. The first one we're going to do. Okay, now let me just say, when I see AITA now, the wrestling show that I watch, they actually use those exact same initials for a specific match that they do every year. It's called Anarchy in the Arena. So every time I see that, I'm like, oh my God, is there anarchy in the arena going on? Or is like, am I the asshole for booking this match? No. So it was in our community. It was like we were having fun with it. So, yeah. So before we do the Lotion Man, we're gonna do an I am the asshole story that Sylph brought up the Lotion Man thing. So all credit to them for bringing this stuff to us to this week.
Now I have to ask: is this like the sea bass shit?
I don't know. I have no clue. We're all going into this vanilla except for Sylph. All right, so let's start with the AITA. So, am I the asshole for losing my mind because my wife keeps lying about passing gas?
just wait.
All right, I'm thinking of which voice I should do for this.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I'm even writing this right now. The answer is so obvious to me, but I feel like I'm being manipulated, but I don't see why. I, a 36-year-old male, have been with my wife, Steve, who's a 35-year-old female, for a decade. Everything is great. She's my best friend. We have fun together, and she's my favorite person to spend time with. But as of late, something weird has been up. Look, 10 years in, you've been pretty comfortable with each other. You've seen each other at your worst and really been through it. Which means, yes, we passed gas from both ends and used the bathroom in front of each other. No big deal. For the past year, my wife has been farting more than usual. Again, I don't care. It's not a huge problem. But these are some pretty vile stinkers.
Oh, God.
And this might seem funny. We're in a small one-bedroom space, poorly ventilated. So you can imagine that there's a limit to what one can take before one politely says, "Babe, I love you, but you got to go to the bathroom." Here's the weird part. Without fail, she will deny it is her every single time.
Okay, Kathy. Yeah, between the two of us, it's us farting, not the invisible dog.
Oh, just wait till you see their excuses.
Okay. Okay.
She'll look at me weirdly and question what I mean. At first, I thought she was being cheeky, so I let it go. But when it started happening every single day, I got worried. I asked her if there was something to be worried about. We're nearing 40, you never know. And she just looked at me weirdly and said with the utmost emphasis and assertion that she did not know what I meant. The next time it happened, I asked her if she smelt it, and she said no. And I looked at her wide-eyed because there was no way she couldn't smell it. My eyes were burning from the smell, and she's telling me she can't even smell it?
He's already got the grandma complex.
I eventually confronted her, and she said it's probably a gas leak or sulfur leak or something, which, okay, fair. But we had the place inspected, and nothing out of the ordinary turned up. I tried to confront her again, and her answer really, really made me
Can I read the quote?
Yeah.
Yes. She said, and I quote,
"Could be a demon. It smells like rotten eggs."
I'm sorry? Is it really easier to try to convince me our house is haunted than just admit she's the one doing it? We live alone. I can hear it. But she has no reaction and firmly denies it every time.
Maybe she can't feel her ass.
We recently had a small spat over it when I asked her why she was choosing this hill to die on and lie for. And she had looked at me like I had given her the finger.
Oh, God.
Okay, Karen.
She's gone silent, and I am now fully losing my mind, trying to figure out if I'm the asshole for calling her out or if I'm just going insane. So,
He's
am I the
gaslighting you,
asshole?
dude.
She is.
Too long to read version. Wife rips stinky ones. Lies constantly to cover up.
So, one of the top comments. So you're saying you're being gaslit? Come on, it was right there.
Bada boom.
And then Leo P replies, "Oh, ellipses. Wow."
Whoa, what's going on over there, Moody?
Sounds like the ass even got moody.
I'm just chuckling a little bit, guys. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but it sounds like...
No, there was like a huge echo on your end over there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it sounds like the ass demon was trying to get you.
No, it's because I'm off the page. I was just reading it from one of my tabs. That's why.
Okay.
Every time you do that, it's going to cause an echo.
I thought of where.
Huh? Joe?
I said every time you do that, it's going to start echoing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we got some edits. Clarification. Someone said I should include the fact that I can hear the passing of gas many times, not always, but most of the time. Her not farting in front of guests is also what is pushing my buttons. Is it real? Is she faking it? Is she just farting around me and gaslighting me constantly for a year? Let's say this is the case. Why? What's the end goal?
I know, she's secretly cheating on him and thinking farting and trying to gaslight him will cause him to divorce her or something.
Oh, gosh.
My guess.
Okay, now I'm thinking about one joke where we're like, okay, this one guy writes to another, "The wind cannot move me." And so he sends a message across the pond, and in response, the other guy that got the message wrote "fart" and sent it back. So the first guy ends up going over and they're like, "Hey, what the hell's this message?" And then the guy who sent "fart" was like, Oh, the wind can't move you, but a fart can move you across the lake.
Jeez.
Well, I told that horribly, but that's what I was thinking of.
Those suggesting a medical checkup, I have pushed for it. She has playfully declined. And the more I pushed, the firmer she got about dropping it, saying I was taking the joke too far. We
Bitch,
both
you're
have had
gaslighting
COVID.
him. What do you expect?
That's straight up manipulating, bro.
We have both had COVID twice. As
Same
mentioned
here,
before,
Rip.
we have passed gas previously in front of each other before Sans embarrassment. It is this sudden increase in frequency and the alleged lying that has me puzzled. Update. So this blew up, and even though I used the throwaway, I think there are enough identifying factors. She found the post. It was the third post she saw when she opened Reddit. I think I'll have to pause the replies to go have a more serious sit down. With her consent, I will update you all further.
Yeah, but Timmy, she found it through your email, you dumbass.
Yeah. And then y'all are just having yourselves a come to Jesus meeting about it.
Yeah.
So, wow, I am at a loss for words. So after she saw the post, she was understandably pissed off. She said I violated her trust over something quote unquote trivial and untrue.
Bruh.
I asked her to be
him with your own farts, woman.
I asked her to be real with me and sincerely tell me if she truly did not know what was up, and she said that she could neither feel, smell, nor hear herself. She then, in all seriousness, asked me if I was pulling some shit, which I vehemently denied.
The winds of manipulation are blowing towards your way.
You know what she reminds me of, Mooney? That fucking grandma from that one South Park episode where they're in the nursing home, the grandma with the silent farts.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Yes, her.
I then brought up the medical concerns, which she tried to brush away. I offered to go in with her, and she said that I was welcome to have a doctor mess my head up, but she wasn't going to do the same. When I insisted, she got really mad and called me controlling and gaslighting.
Okay.
Bruh. Just go to a fucking colonoscopy.
We are currently not speaking to each other. I have tried, but she will not budge. She said, and I quote, "Why don't you cry about it to your little incel group?"
Oh my
Oh. God
I have no
damn,
idea
you don't
how
have to go that
proceed.
far.
And on that note, I'll be right back.
This lady needs that book, Everybody Poops.
Yep.
Instead, she needs to find Everybody Farts. We all fart, lady. It
Yeah.
could be an underlying medical condition.
Like I said, and it's also best if you could go to a colonoscopy. Just don't eat a damn chili dog before you go in.
Or a laxative. We can run with this one all day, folks. I mean, this
Yep.
is some shitty ass jokes. Bada-boom. Like,
Damn,
like,
if only StreamYard would have a soundboard for us.
I'll probably be the bad one. God. You know me. My mouth runs.
We could go all day with the jokes.
Hey, I can't help it. She can't smell her own shit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. She acts like her shit's too good to smell.
Yeah. Like she's suffocated in there so much that
Thank
the
God
fresh
you're
air
back.
stinks to her.
I can't do these shit jokes no more.
Same.
Well, thank God I went to the bathroom again before I did the Lotion Man thing, because I would have been holding it in for the next
Jesus
hour and a
fucking
half.
Christ is a shit. The shitty of jokes.
No, it wasn't even that.
Oh, it's the first one. Got it.
Okay, who's ready for Lotion Man?
Yeah.
Small heads up, the fart guy, he got his account suspended. So yeah, no updates.
Damn. What
Thanks
the
for-
fuck? Did the wife just like straight up report his ass?
Probably.
Or he's just or maybe he's like not as great as we think he is.
Or so we've been playing the fool then.
I don't know why, but there's this post I remember reading a while ago, and it was like, oh hey, my wife keeps saying these weird things, and when I like ask her about it, she denies it. Like the whole thing was like, oh hey, my wife packed my lunch and wrote a note in it, and it ended with hoagie down, or you better hoagie down.
What the
Turns
hell?
out the guy was accidentally taking his wife's medication, and if you take medication for a very specific thing, or no, if you take someone's medication by accident for a very specific thing, it really fucks with you. So
Yeah. I know from third-hand stories of pro wrestlers who have taken shots that were
like I
meant
can't
for
remember
somebody
which
else
one, but it was
just to
like an
get high.
antipsychotic medication, and just
Yeah,
the
you feel
only
like you're-
reason that he found out something was wrong was because he drove over to the in-laws' place and just like I can't remember the exact thing, but his body just kind of
Oh,
yeah.
Lotion Man time. Let's just get through that.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
to Lotion Man.
All right. So this is from Reddit again. This is from the relationship advice subreddit. And the title is I, a 27-year-old female, made a stupid joke to my husband, a 30-year-old male, and he stormed off. How do I fix this? Hey, Reddit. I'm an Instagram snooper, so this is my first time here.
Yeah.
Honestly, never expected to post here because my husband and I have a great relationship. Of course, I can't say we haven't had our occasional bumps, but it's honestly a dream come true all the way through. Our wedding was April 2021, and we both cried like babies that day. And since
Aw.
then, the sailing has been smoother than soap.
Was it 420?
How much weed did you have at your wedding, woman? Proceed.
This afternoon, me and him came home after a little lunch outing with our newly engaged friends Kai and Marie. It went great, but was like just another outing. Nothing special, though we got some bomb pasta back home, which I'm currently shoveling into my gob since it's too chilly for ice cream. We live in a super tiny apartment, and so he showered first while I got the leftovers into the fridge and stuff. I went in and after him, finished my shower, and put some lotion on my palm. I accidentally squeezed too much and dabbed some of it away. After I rubbed it on my face, I still had some of the leftover on my finger, and I did exactly what any perfectly sane person would do. On my thumb, I whipped up a little smiley face and some spiky hair to create Lotion Man.
Lotion Man, there's lotion on your hand.
I came out of the bathroom giggling about it and said something along the lines of, "Hey, look, it's Lotion Man." He didn't really react. He just looked at my hand and blinked at me. I honestly was just goofing around and started making a silly voice and saying some random shit sprinkled with some inside jokes. I was babbling for about a minute before he just up and left. I was, of course, completely oblivious as he grabbed some of his shit, and I just was smiling and asking where he was going in kind of a playful way. He has a huge truck, and we had just returned from a trip, so he has enough stuff to last him weeks. So it didn't really dawn on me that he was leaving until he drove away. I honestly feel like Boo Boo the fool for making such a stupid joke and then letting him leave just like that. I texted him a few times, and he's just said that he's quote-unquote thinking about things, and that he's at his brother Tyler's place. I've been texting him nonstop, but he hasn't been responding or even reading any of it. He also sleeps really early, so I doubt I can get in contact with him anytime soon. His brother isn't responsive either, so I'm just leaving my phone on the nightstand and holding my breath. I don't think it's really dawned on me yet. I stared blankly at the door for like 10 minutes before I got off my ass and actually tried contacting him. I've been with this man for years, and I'm always cracking cheesy jokes. I feel stupid and like shit for making Lotion Man and continuing after no response instead of just shutting up and accepting that I'm unfunny. At the same time, I'm just confused. He's never been at this point in our rougher patches. The worst we've done is just take breaks from sex or just talk to one another a little less. Wasn't planning on getting into my sex life, but honestly, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm all for giving him space, but I can't say I'm not hurt he's just leaving. And the process of divorce is just so, I don't even want to think about this anymore. Was making Lotion Man as big of a mistake as I think it was? Any advice on getting him back home? Thanks, Reddit. Also, any cute subreddit suggestions would be appreciated since it's my first time on Reddit and I want to distract myself.
All right, so like before we do the update, what do you guys think is going on?
Salt wants to know who we're divorcing.
A man that didn't understand Lotion Man. That's who we're divorcing. Oh God, imagine Lotion Man dating sim.
No!
Lotion Man meets Bubble God or Bubble Ass. Salt's getting a divorce.
Why?
The real question should be why not?
In this day and age.
Especially if it's a man.
So,
Because
so I'm looking at the comments for the original post, and a lot of people are replying to saying, "Oh, hey, there's something missing."
Hi, Alex.
And why would he get upset over Lotion Man? One person said that
Where's
OP
hand
is
sanitizer?
unbearably immature, and then used a face palm emote.
Oh, probably.
Lord.
It doesn't make any sense though. It's like, okay, just playing around and stuff. It's not like
Someone
it's like
did, in fact, give her a bunch of cute subreddits. Okay, r/iBleach, r/made me smile, r/illick the bread, r/animals being bros, r/reverse animal rescues, r/mildly vandalized, and then cat sub. Okay, if I fits, I sits. Cats are liquid. Kids are fucking stupid.
Or liquid alcohol, man. Alex.
Like liquid is in water. Dogs getting dogs and things for ants. It's I lick the bread is in poems based on this one image about a cow licking bread by user Poem for Your Sprog. Okay, private subreddit.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn some music on here.
I'm lost. Where the hell we at?
I'm lost.
Let's add some little
If I fits, I sits. It's just cats finding places they can sit in.
We gotta get Soph out of the cat Reddit.
Oh gosh, there's a little orange kitty who's hiding in a mini trash bin, and it says if I fit, I'll hide
later.
Okay.
Phil's just all up in the cats in the boxes.
I want to know what happens to fucking Lotion Man couple.
Of course, we're getting to that now.
Yes. All right. So, updates. This is about 6 days after the original post. So, hey, Reddit, again. I posted here earlier about how my husband left after I told him a dumb joke. I followed the advice I got and kept my distance. You all had me really pondering about how much of my relationship was the butterflies and kittens I thought it was. I still firmly believe that everything was absolutely perfect before it happened, but oh well, I have my opinions. So you guys were right about some things and wrong about some things. For those of you saying that the lotion thing had nothing to do with it, you were kinda wrong. But for the people who said something happened during the lunch outing, you were right on the money. My husband came back the other day. He apologized and said he was ready to talk to me. I obliged. I tried my best not to be all over him, but quite frankly, I miss this man so damn much. He's my husband after all. He told me the following. I mentioned previously that we went out with our two newlywed friends, Kai, a 30-year-old male, and Marie, a 29-year-old female. We did not have some quality time. We did have some quality time with all four of us. But often, one or more people were missing from the table, considering it was a fusion buffet and the food was amazing. Apparently, at some point, my husband and Marie grabbed some food together. Or maybe before we left, since I know I was talking to just Kai for a while, before they appeared and we got to the car. Whatever it was, they were alone together. Marie, the fiance, told my husband that when Kai proposed, she realized she was in love with him, my husband, though she accepted Kai's proposal and tried to put her feelings to rest by organizing a lunch out.
Gee, oh!
Though apparently she was quote-unquote charmed or some bullshit because she asked him to run away with her or something. I don't know, but she wanted him to leave me and be with her. Now, Marie is honestly gorgeous, since I hate to say because I am so pissed off with her. She's the typical blonde, blue-eyed, skinny pageant girl who kind of looks like Emma Watson. I'm not. My husband gently turned her down and wished her all the best, but he says he had her on her mind for a while. We were all college friends, so we know one another very well. And when I showed him Lotion Man, it all essentially exploded inside him. I had a hair towel and some shitty old clothes on, and I was giggling over a stupid thing, and apparently my quote-unquote immaturity ticked him off over however the hell Marie was. He got sudden cold feet about our relationship and left for his brother's place. He eventually came back and said he, quote, loved me all over again, end quote. I was frozen in shock and asked some questions before asking him to sleep on the couch at least for that night. He did, and it didn't really help me sleep. I can't believe it, honestly, that he was considering shitting away all of our relationship for a crush. And the more I think about it, the less I can look him in the eye. We went to Thanksgiving lunch together with some of his family, plus some close friends, and we spent last night together, so I think he thinks he's in the clear. I can't lie and say I'm not considering just forgiving and forgetting, though. He comes home from work about 6 hours from now, and I don't know what to do next. I have off today, I'm a teacher, so I'm considering either option A, contacting Kai and telling him about what his fiance is up to. My husband begged me not to, as Marie was apparently making a quote-unquote spontaneous mistake. Option B, contacting Marie and chewing her out for trying to fuck up my relationship, or having a civil conversation. Less tempting, but it's whatever. Option C, contacting Tyler, his brother, and asking if he left the house at some point. Tyler's house is very close to Marie's place, and I'm very worried about that, though I doubt I'll get anything out of him. Option D, all of the above. Any advice or well wishes, because I'm not in a great place right now, would be appreciated. If I do end up updating, it'll probably be on my profile since I understand this subreddit has a one update policy. Plus, I don't want to update without a definite outlook on the future. I think I mentioned before that legal stuff scares the shit out of me, so divorce will be tough, but it seems likely. I wish I could just forget it all. Thanks, Reddit.
He cheated.
Mm-hmm. And what, Lotion Man is the symbolism of the cheating?
No. That attitude fucking reminds me of a cheater.
Imagine being a teacher with that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine it actually, because I know a teacher that actually got divorced and just ended up being a dick after he got divorced. Moving on to, okay, so this is the second update is a day later from the first update. Hey, Reddit! First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for the overwhelming support and sweet messages. I honestly was not expecting this. A lot of you guys also took the time to message me, and I had a lot of great conversations with fellow Redditors. I'm honestly so flattered by how freaking sweet so many of you guys are. I wish I could have replied to every single one of your comments. I upvoted every one of them, though I think my post got deleted. Some of you asked for pictures of Lotion Man, yet I can't quite find the feature to upload photos on here, but I will as soon as I can. A lot of you had some very interesting theories, LOL, and surprisingly, most of them were somewhat right. Majority ruled that I should do all three: confront Kai, Marie, husband, and Tyler, not necessarily in that order. And so I had to get smart with it, since a lot of you guys told me that any one of them can twist the story had they known there was outside influence. Before I forget, yes, the full story is wacky and honestly doesn't make that much sense. I'm honestly just piecing it together via context clues, and I do have some questions left unanswered. Plus, nobody who is relaying this story is in a good headspace, and to you, it might just seem like a ton of garbled nonsense. I'm just hoping it gets across, since I know a lot of people wanted closure on this. When my husband came home, we had a conversation. He essentially said the same story, and he told me he was open to my marriage counseling suggestion. I gave him a big hug and did the laundry. Usually we split the laundry, plus I had given him a light cold shoulder. So I indirectly, quote-unquote, forgave him, in his eyes at least. We haven't really set boundaries with our phones, like we know each other's passwords and everything, but he would definitely get suspicious if I was just scrolling around on it. So instead, I agreed to meet up with Kai first. A lot of you guys were concerned that he would tell Marie and everything would implode. But Kai is a big gym nut, and I've been wanting to go recently, so I said it as casually as possible, using it as an excuse. He agreed. The next morning, I met with Kai. I sat down with him and I told him all I know. Yes, I cried like a baby. Originally, Kai was rigid and tried to kindly poke holes in what I was saying with a few gotcha questions before he too broke down. Marie didn't tell him a word. That was a big red flag on its own. I then went to Marie with Kai. A few Redditors told me to be as discreet as possible, and so, as the suggestion said, I just blurted to her that I know everything. She played dumb at first, and then eventually broke. You were all right. Marie, trying to settle her crush, was a bullshit story. My husband was the one who approached her.
Ha!
Damn!
She told me that he asked her if, before she sealed it with Kai, if she wanted to have a night with him and another woman.
A threesome?
Mm-hmm. I told you.
Here's the kicker. Marie said yes.
Oh!
Go!
But wait, I hate to say it, but that's not all. Apparently, Marie has been cheating on Kai for a while with men and women.
Holy fuck!
And my husband has also been cheating frequently.
Told you!
Oh my god.
They covered for each other and occasionally met up. At the last moment, she declined because she wanted to be loyal to Kai now that they were engaged, as if she wasn't cheating for the majority of the relationship. And he, the husband, got all pissed off for a while before saying he's just locked in his apartment now. Cue me showing him Lotion Man. He snaps and gets out of there. Kai and Marie are both arguing in tears and red at the face. I told them sorry that I butted into their relationship and then I'll handle my husband myself. I found Tyler before the sun set. He told me yes, his brother stopped by, but only around 11 p.m. He left at around 8, so those 3 hours went fuck all. Tyler told me that he was angry and didn't tell him anything. I then told him some context, just the Lotion Man, and he says that maybe he was driving around for a while. Doesn't sound like my husband to drive as relief, but I'm willing to look into it, since the future was already looking pretty fucking bleak. I went home, I Googled something on my husband's phone. Instead, I was just checking if any of them had contacted him. Nothing, thankfully. I would have gone into more depth, but that would have had to wait. Instead, I tried to keep him busy for the duration of the day. Remember how I said he sleeps really early? Well, that worked in my favor. Took his phone that night while he was snoring his ass off, ran into a million dead ends. I knew I was missing something, but I just couldn't find it. Finally, I opened his hidden photos. Kaboom! His story explodes to pieces. What did I find? Nudes! Nudes! More nudes! Even
Holy
more
shit.
nudes! All of one girl. Not me, shocker, but not Marie either. I don't recognize her. Let's call her Allison, considering Allison was my second grade best friend who was actually a snake. They're not the same person, just so I can call her something when I refer to her in the story, because I don't actually know her name. She's absolutely gorgeous. Red hair, hourglass figure, you name it. I'm obviously broken. I traced her back to a contact. I feel sick. There it is. An affair. He's been contacting her since February, days before I surprised him with a Valentine's thing that I had been using up my paychecks for and thinking I was the luckiest woman alive. It fucking sucks. I can't even read more, but I toughed through it. Then I hit it. November 3rd, 2 days after the last nude. She's pissed off. She found out he was married all along.
Dude.
She was in love with him. I would feel bad for her, but she didn't even bother trying to contact me out of love. Ergo, hubby has a genius idea. He told Allison that he'll bring his wife over in a hotel to show that his wife doesn't care about the affair. Sound familiar?
What? What the fuck is going on?
So I assume when Marie canceled, there was nothing he could do. He became whiny and begged her to come. He told Allison that there was an inconvenience and they'd meet up another day. Then the Lotion Man. He got pissed off at me and left. I don't know what he did after that, but whatever it was, he wasn't with either of them. Then he went to Tyler's place, slept it off, and came back afterward. I'll spare you the details, but I couldn't even pretend to like him anymore after I found that out. I brought Kai and Marie over the next morning. He started fucking blubbering and tried to deny it all before eventually... I'm sorry. Before eventually admitting he was into redheads. Marie is actually strawberry blonde. Allison is very ginger. And it was the one desire of his I couldn't fulfill. Even Even I could see past his bullshit, saying that he loved only me and that being with Allison and Marie only made him love me more. I just said fuck it and packed my stuff. He got more desperate, but even I, the girl who was honestly infatuated with him, knew it was over. He technically owns the apartment, so I had to leave. Now I'm staying with Kai. He's as hurt as I am. I feel for him too. His wife was his world. We were hugging and crying for a while, ranting about God knows what, just trying to get ourselves together, to be honest. He tried to lighten the mood. He tried to lighten the mood by making lunch, and it was really nice. He's a wonderful cook. I showed him the other 2 posts, and he got a kick out of some of your comments. Haha. As far as I know, my soon-to-be ex-husband is with Marie for now. I don't care about either of them, and honestly, it's kind of therapeutic just having some kind of closure and not walking on eggshells like I have been for the past few days. Kai and I are going to the gym tomorrow to do some relaxing yoga and hopefully figure out what to do next. We've both taken time off from work. I'm sorting out my fiancés and hopefully I should get my finances, and hopefully I should get the ball rolling to finally legally split from my husband and be able to call him my ex. I'm still so frazzled. I have at least half a dozen pictures of him and me on my desk, and our wedding picture is my lock screen on pretty much all of my devices. I know my students will notice his sudden disappearance from my life, and I'll have to tell them that the guy I've been raving about for the past forever is divorcing me. I'll have to tell all my family and friends. Kai is my rock in this whole thing, and we'll eventually have to part ways, which hurts me because he's honestly my #1 support system in all this. Living arrangements, actual divorce costs, law stuff, yeah. Therapy, I still have a lot to go through. I can't believe I thought the relationship was perfect. It's really therapeutic to just write this all down. But Reddit, thank you so much. I've already talked about how much support I received, but honestly, some of your guys' honesty and compliments here, for lack of better emphasis, honestly saved my life. I would have been with cheating scum and Kai would have been too. This place is so awesome and there's so much to be seen here. So many nice people checking in on me and wanting to keep up with my story. I'll be coming back for more advice someday. Just know I've seen all of your sweet words, and I'll continue lurking around for a long time, but this should be my final update for now. Thank you again, Reddit, from me and Kai.
Damn.
Check, please.
All right, let me go through all of the Salt's comments. She opened his homework folder. Oh god, it's just porn.
I'll be right back. Don't tell any more stories without me.
All right.
Okay.
Can't we read about a healthy and happy relationship and how great the two are? Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Some therapist that does like live streams for a video game says if everybody just actually did stuff, there would be no video games. Like if everybody just did things the right way, there would be no video games. Let's see. Why does she need to tell her students? Well, because, you know, you got to be open and frank with your students about things, especially since if you talked about your husband the entire time. Why do people care? Well, which people are we talking about? Yes, therapy. Yes, therapy. Oh, man. Wait. Noita is a video game that isn't remotely therapy related. Listen, a lot of video game characters would have had their problems solved if they had gone to therapy. If therapy existed in the Red Dead Redemption days, most of the stuff that happened in the two games would not have happened. Grand Theft Auto would not have existed.
Are you talking about like Healthy Gamer GG?
I'm talking about like video game characters.
No, you were talking about the therapist.
No, I'm saying the therapist has said That
Uh-huh.
if everybody just like took care of their own emotions and they went to therapy
Yeah, I know.
and they got meds and stuff, then
Michael
there would
went
be
to
more
therapy.
conflict.
I was trying to find the source.
Mario does indeed need to go to therapy. Hey, listen, doctor. I got to tell you something about the this Koopa that constantly keeps kidnapping my future wife. I don't know how to take it. Like I go out and I have these adventures to get her back, and
Get off my desk. Get off my desk.
I'm just I get very emotional inside. I don't get to express it enough because I really love her, and I just wish that I could find out why he wants to kidnap her so badly. What's the hey? If there was some way I could work it out with him, then maybe. And then the therapist is like, "You can't control what Bowser does. The only thing you can control is you get the princess back." And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Elliot. So we do have one more update. We'll have to
Okay.
wait for Circus to get back before we start doing that update.
And the
Yeah.
update has a picture of Lotion Man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, wow, such great advice. I mean, sometimes the therapist just got to tell it to you straight, I mean, that's what they're there for. They're there to tell you like it is. They're not there to just like, as my psychiatrist said, like getting meds is like having the life raft, but having therapy is like taking swimming lessons. So you need both. You can't do one without the other. Which was okay. All right, let's get into that final update. Now, this is of January of 2023 that this came up.
They put the wrong date. It was actually this year.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So 2025. So 3 years later.
Actually, January 24th, 2025. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So. Oh, yikes. That title is a train wreck. Sorry, I'll come up with something better because I went a complete and utter doozy. Lotion Man years later. It's that time of year again, if you couldn't tell. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge for all of you non-binary and women out there who know what I'm talking about. If you don't have a chemical waste rod attached to yourself. Check in on your teacher, pals, if you have any, LOL. Hello, Reddit! It's been 3 years! And I finally hopped back onto this account, and wow! I honestly don't even know where to start. Seeing so much support even today, well wishes into the new year, it's all really amazing stuff. I love the internet so much, especially you, Reddit. You guys were there for me during the dang hardest times in my life. I saw dozens of messages asking about updates, if I'm doing all right, even people sharing their own stories of nearly identical things happening to them. One of their boyfriends blamed the new puppy. Crazy stuff. She even sent me a picture of the little guy who looks so blameless. I can't even believe this heart-wrenching experience is so mutual, and yet I can't lose hope in humanity yet, just because of the waves of love I'm receiving all across the board from you guys. And now, it's been about 2 years. It feels like for frickin' ever ago, and at the same time, it all feels like it happened yesterday. Okay, now actually getting to it. There's a lot to get through here, LOL. Buckle up. I ought to get the bad news out of the way first. I and I had a pretty nasty fallout. I don't want to dive into the nitty-gritty details. This will be like 30 pages long if I do that. But to sum it all up in a gift wrap, we were roommates, pretty involved in one another's business, yada yada. Basically, every time I went to the store, he knew. Every time he came home from work, I knew. All of our whereabouts were always mentally noted just because of our proximity, paired with the way we divvied up our house chores and whatnot. At some point, Kai tells me he's going on a date with a girl. Yay, good for him. In my case, this was just a few months after D-Day, and I was still in the middle of the messy divorce proceedings. Plus, I wasn't really in the headspace for another relationship, so I wasn't even considering dating just yet. Since Kai and Marie didn't have a ring on it yet, they were able to break it off a little more cleanly, but not perfect, obviously. He went on the date, and then he went on another date, and then it stopped. Eventually, after a week of no dates, I asked what happened out of curiosity, and he told me simply that she had ghosted him. It wasn't until a week later on a totally random evening that he drops the sparkly rainbow glitter bomb on me. He had tried to see Mary again. I know, pretty crazy behavior, right? Well, he was telling me this crying and blubbering like a baby on his couch, and I couldn't help but feel bad for him since the road to recovery from a grown-up relationship is rough. He told me that those dates had helped him realize it was over, like over. He described it like, and I'm probably mincing words here, when he first met Marie, she had this sweet girl next door customer service facade. As he got to know her better, he ended up revealing this fun-loving, wild, spirited girl underneath, the girl he says he fell in love with. But then, when he met up with her again that month, she was right back to her factory settings, which hurt him deep down because it felt like he had started at square one all over again. He not only ghosted her after 2 dates, but blocked her everywhere. It was a bit of a tough decision for me. Hits close to home, you know? But I decided to brush it off and console him instead of really caring. Things were clear for another few months after that. And that time, I morphed me into a total gym girl. Haha! Reading my last post, it's so funny how iffy I was about the gym. Anyway, after those few halcyon months, Kai breaks the news to me again that he's going on another date. This time with a friend of a mutual friend we have. Again, I was like, oh, go for it. At that time again, I was muddled up in divorce proceedings and still soaking over my crumpled marriage, so dating still wasn't on the table for me. Now, as I had mentioned before, we both kept tabs on each other just because of the way our arrangement was structured. So when Kai started leaving at 2 p.m. and coming home at 8 p.m., and his other dates with the girl had these equally long time frames, if not longer, I immediately noticed. Of course, I didn't really bring it up since I assumed he was just having a really great time with her or something along those lines, but his absence on date days were noticeable. He'd even request for me to run some of his smaller errands he knew he missed on those days just because of how long he was gone. Eventually, I was able to meet this girl, Grace, 20-something female, who was super sweet and was also a teacher. She taught elementary school kids, but still, it was a great thing for us to bond over. At this point, things seemed to be going great. I and Grace were adorbs, summer was passing, and everything was hunky-dory. I also just about officially divorced my ex-husband. But dang it, those dates were just so long. Even his short meetups were at least 3 to 4 hours of him just gone. And so finally, I subtly bring it up. Kai then tells me that Grace mostly plans their date spots, and those spots are usually an hour or 2 away from here with traffic. When I asked him where Grace lived, maybe they were trying to meet in the middle, Kai responded with a plain, "Not sure." At that point, maybe I'd read too many infidelity forums or something, but alarms were going off in my head. Grace probably didn't live too far off, considering she was friends with one of our friends, and after months of dating Kai, didn't even know where she lived, whereas she'd eaten at our place multiple times. And the date spots all purposely super far away, to me it sounded a little off. This is where I probably overstepped. I go on Instagram, searching her name, and voila! I found Kai's girlfriend Grace in a wedding dress with this guy Mike back in 2019. She's married!
God damn.
Oh, yep, Kai's a piece of shit too.
Yikes!
Maybe.
I wake up Kai immediately. Yes, cringe at my idiocy, I'm sorry. And spill it all with receipts. It's midnight. He's bleary-eyed with work at 7 tomorrow. I've barged into his room wide-eyed and gesturing at the phone screen like a crazy person. It's all a mess. Finally, after I shut up, Kai gets mad, like fuming.
Well, yeah, you just interrupted his sleep, you weirdo.
Yeah, really.
He interrogates me as to why I was getting all up in Grace's business, and then when I told him about the red flags, he just got even more mad. The entire argument spiraled out of control. He told me I was overstepping my boundaries, which I honestly was, but again, our proximity had us constantly keeping tabs on each other. I asked him why the hell he was mad at me for trying to look out for him. It turned into a giant screaming match. Eventually, he went to the next level and rambled on about how this was all probably because I was secretly into him and that he's always thought our relationship had gotten closer than it needed to be, which was why I was quote-unquote stalking him. That's when I got really mad and said some awful things I wish I could take back. I dug at him for his situation with Marie, that I never date him for $1 million, and then it devolved into him calling me some nasty names and I just had to walk out. It was nasty. We were both exhausted and aggravated. It all just blew into 1,000 pieces in the span of one night. He woke me up early the next morning before he left. I thought the night had been time for our heads to cool and he'd come to apologize, but instead he decided to drop the news on me plainly, which he admitted he was bearing on his shoulders for a while. Kai knew. He knew Grace was married since close to day one, but he'd shrugged it off. Her husband was a nice man, but Grace told Kai that she just couldn't feel for him anymore. And that explained why the gas bill for all those far-off dates didn't faze him, I guess. I'll admit, I wasn't too happy to hear this. I asked him how he would feel if Marie's hookups had known she was married and still went for her, to which Guy got mad all over again and told me not to bring Marie into this. We argued again, definitely not as explosive as the night before, but still pretty flaming, where Kai told me he'd avoid telling me all this time because he knew I'd make a big deal out of it. I told him that infidelity was obviously personal to me, and I honestly expected it was for him too, to which he just straight up said it wasn't, and that being roommates with me was as exhausting as a full-time relationship, that I had no control over who he dated. So I was like, yeah, fine, date whoever you want. I just thought you needed to know that you were helping her cheat. I didn't mean for this to blow up out of proportion. He said that was fine by him and just left for work. I wasn't Kai's mother or something where I needed to dictate his relationships. I just thought Kai wanted to know, that he was being the other man here. I know if I was in a relationship with a man who was married already, I want someone to tell me, and based off my standards, I'd break it off with said man. But if Kai had different morals, regardless of our shared experiences, that was fine too. I just didn't want to associate with someone who perpetuated cheating. I didn't really have to move out of Kai's. He was nice enough not to overtly kick me out and make me homeless, but things were definitely tough and distant between us for the next while, and I lost respect for him in all honesty. Him continuing to see Grace, and also the idea he had that I was interested in him, it wasn't great. Finally, I was able to get together all my stuff and move out, to which I moved in with a family friend, and I was ultimately better off, even though it was a pretty dang far from where I worked. I guess I ought to provide an update on the man himself, my ex-husband. Well, pretty soon after we officially divorced, he got engaged to another woman. Around this time, after I had moved out, I just hit about rock bottom. The whole AI panic with student work started happening in my district. I was beginning the process to move out properly into my own place, all while I was in a new community where I didn't really know anybody overall. I was pretty lonely and down all the time. I went on a couple of dates, but they were quite mediocre, and I gave it up in the end, which only cemented how lonely I was. Wouldn't go back to those days for the world. Ex-husband reaches out to me, and he tells me about his engagement and all the good news. He tells me he's on some quote-unquote life improvement path, and that he wants to clean up his act, starting with giving me a good and well apology. He offers to meet me in person, locally, swearing up and down this wasn't a date, nor was he expecting me to accept said apology. I should have been more assertive, but I was totally beat down from life and felt like a totally different person in a sucky, no good way. So I agreed like an idiot.
Oh no,
I
girl.
thought maybe an apology rather than a loose end would help me feel better about things. It went just as well as you'd expect it to. It started out okay, where we shared pleasantries and he actually did apologize about everything. But then he started pressing me about how my life was going. I tried not to tell him too many details, saying the kids are fine, I'm doing fine, whatever else was going on. But I guess I must have said one too many things because he quickly picked up on how miserable my life was. He then had this Cheshire Cat grin as he began to boast about how his great new life, his hot girlfriend, his shiny engagement ring, and basically how everything was going great and amazing for him. He casually drops that his life has been leagues better than it's ever been and that our separation was a blessing dressed as a curse. Can't lie and say it didn't hurt to hear the years I'd put in with him felt like burdens to him. At this point, he's most definitely rubbing it in, and eventually I get fed up with hearing him talk and weasel my way out of there. In the end, I never got invited to the wedding, so did we really make amends? Either way, I totally regretted doing all that. Total waste of my time, and it only dug me deeper into that depression pit. But alas, things eventually start looking up when you least expect it. After a long while of dragging myself through each day by the hair, I finally went on one more date. I'd lost a lot of weight and looked pretty sunken and pale, so I didn't think I'd make a great first impression, but what do you know? Fate can make things happen like magic. That's where I met my current partner, Chase, a 29-year-old male, who was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. He's so patient, undeniably sweet, so chatty and lively. Seriously, I'm used to being the loud and silly one in relationships, and I used to think I'd like a guy who'd offset my energy, smirk and roll his eyes at my jokes, whatever. A lot of people seem to throw themselves in that cliche, but let me give you some sage advice. If you're a rain of sunshine, don't search for the aloof, tall, dark, and handsome Mr. Right. Please search for someone who matches your bright energy. It's so refreshing. I've been missing this all my life, thinking I wanted a straight-laced sucker. I've never felt so much more loved and so complete than I had with this big goofball. No more biscuits and butters being biscuits and butters. No more one-sided conversations. No more of those half-hearted scoff laughs dudes do to seem cool. We make the silliest jokes, the most legendary memories, and it feels so indescribably alive. Our conversations are so strangely deep about the most oddball of topics, and never have I felt bored about him. If I keep going on about him, I think my fingers will break from how much I type. Jeez Louise. And anyway, there's a little more I have to cover. Told you it'd be a lot. So I'm just going to get straight to it. It's late 2024 and the year started back up again. I'm head over heels for Chase. Everything's going just fine. I moved properly into my own place a little while before that, back closer to my job and whatnot. But I didn't start going back to my old gym until then. That's when I saw Kai again. He didn't notice me for a few days, but when he did, he immediately came up to me. He very cordially apologized, told me he had been worried sick since I'd gone basically no contact with him. He told me he said a lot of stupid things that he regretted, and if I ever wanted to be friends again, he was always open to it. And that was it. It's 2025 now. I have no clue if Kai's still with Grace. Kai has no clue that I'm with Chase, but I still see him around in the gym, so I haven't yet properly connected him since his apology. Maybe I should, but honestly, this likely isn't the best way to describe it, but to me, Kai feels like a recurring character from the first movie that's making an abrupt appearance in the second or third movie. It's a weird feeling I'm probably making up, but I feel like I'm on a totally different chapter of my life now, what with Chase and my life happenings, so far beyond the events of my ex-husband and Marie and every other part of that time period. Not Lotion Man, though. Lotion Man is simply timeless. Speaking of the legend himself, I did actually get around to showing Chase a rendition of Lotion Man. I won't lie, I was shaking a little bit, but to top this all off with a nice little cherry for all you happy ending lovers, not only did he find Lotion Man absolutely hilarious with a full-on belly laugh, it's a bit of a running joke between us now. We got Soap Man, Ketchup Man, Shaving Cream Man, Floor Dust Man.
There you go, Salt.
Basically, anything we can create little smiley guys with, we make them real. And they all have little silly accents, too. Lotion Man, the world is your oyster. And with that, that's basically it. So much more has happened in my life that I've excluded here just because it's not really relevant to what I've typed here before. Seriously, a lot happens in a few years. But my God, vomiting all that out into this verbose paragraphs has felt like therapy. Even if nobody reads this, I'll still feel the weight of the past lifted off my shoulders, even if it's just a bit. I guess the one lesson I learned coming out from all of this and coming out of my 20s is that being unapologetically you will always do wonders no matter what. Things change, life moves, it'll always get better. If you shine too bright for the small box that is your life, and it's not your fault for being too radiant, you just need to get out of that damn box. I'll never apologize for being myself again. So you guys can take all my wordy, nerdy, nonsensical paragraphs in their full, unedited glory. LOL. Love you, Reddit. Oh, goodness, I forgot to add it. But yes, I did contact Grace's husband way back after I left Kai's. He blocked me immediately. So I contacted him again with more information and evidence, and he blocked me again. Not a lot came of it, so it must have slipped my mind. I figured I couldn't do much else after that because he put the lock on his Instagram account. I'm not sure if it was because of me, but either way, I gave him what I could. Please stop with the mean messages. And that, folks out there, is the entire legacy saga of Lotion Man.
Woo! At least you found a perfect person for her in the end.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see what Salt said. So they got married and broke up too. Makes sense. She said she wouldn't tell us a 30-page story. She's telling us a 30-page story. I have obtained all the evidence I need. There are two types of people in this world. Those who need closure. Great. Couldn't she have led with that? Excellent. Please tell us less. How individualistic. What, Salt? Should she have just gone the socialist route and just said, like, I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna date everybody I know?
Lotion Man.
Yeah, just one little thing just sparked this entire cheating extravaganza.
Well, one fucked up mistake turned into a big fucking headache.
Oh no, her final statement about being unapologetically herself. I mean, yes, listen, in therapy, they always tell you this. They always say, like, you can't try to be somebody that you're not. You're only just going to make your mental health even worse when you do that. And look, if people don't want to be around you, they don't want to be around you. You don't have to get along with every single person that you meet. All right? There's no way, though. Don't get me wrong, though, I disagree with the contra-positive. What do you mean by contra-positive? Because one of the things is, like, you could do things to make your life better. And one of the things that you can do to make your life better is obviously just be around people that bring you joy. And if that's what's going to make you happy by being with somebody that's going to laugh at your Lotion Man jokes and then make more little miniature mans, then by all means, do it. Because being a people pleaser, Salt, is really a way for people to try to it's really a way to make up for things that happen in your life that are considered traumas. So you gotta be able to find a place where obviously you do need a way to do coping mechanisms with stuff. People pleasing is often a way to avoid doing coping mechanisms, especially when you're going through something that is obviously pretty messed up, considering whatever traumas you have, and also the way that you frame things in your own mind. A lot of times what happens is, with me personally, there's just a lot of ways that I will just change the narrative so that it doesn't actually fit my life in a way that makes it so that it's more negative than it is positive. And the way that you cope with that is, you change your mindset around. Well, not change it, but it's like you got to turn your thinking around. You got to like do a turnabout, as we say in the Ace Attorney. All right, let's take a look at what this. Let me take a look at what Lotion Man looks like here.
You gotta put it up on the screen.
Oh, I will, obviously. Wait, they added some new things in here. You can now stream through your phone now if you wanted to.
Oh, nice.
All right, so that's Lotion Man.
Looking hot.
I can't even see it.
That's as close as I can get it.
Oh, I finally see it.
That's what started it all.
Just that little lotion.
Oh, there's just that smiley face with the lotion aspect of it.
A little
Salt is like, Lotion Man looking hot.
And there you go. Well, maybe that's what he was jealous of. Maybe it was the fact that Lotion Man was hotter than him.
I mean,
Yeah.
Lotion Man did have nice hair.
Yeah.
But he's saying that the husband was bald and he just couldn't handle the hair on Lotion Man.
That or husband had a bowl cut.
I know. Lotion Man was way more awesome than the husband.
I mean, Lotion Man was a lot more in her life than he was.
Right.
So you got that aspect of it.
I hope the hell she screenshotted every fucking picture of that one girl so she could fucking use it to get fucking alimony off this son of a bitch.
I don't know. I don't know divorces all that well. I mean, I have a few friends that have gone through divorces, but I don't know the whole aspect of how it works. So I do know that it's a lot.
You can sue for alimony. I mean, the other person.
Again, I don't know all the aspects of it, so don't ask me.
I'm just watching like YouTube videos of people getting divorced, and most people sue for alimony.
And maybe she did, and maybe she didn't become successful at it. Maybe he was able to have a full defense. Maybe he was able to say, well, she broke into my phone.
Ah.
Because I know it's probably a lot different when it's like, oh, I just admitted it. It's like, oh, you're getting alimonied up the ass.
I think like the whole alimony thing is differ from state to state.
Of course it is. Yeah, it's not a federal thing. Like divorce is not like a federal thing. It's something the states did, but it was encouraged by the federal government. Although,
don't ask me of anything. I'm not a lawyer. I never went to law school. I don't know shit about that.
Yeah, imagine Phoenix Wright as a divorce lawyer.
Dude, he'd be shaking in his boots.
He'd be like, I can't handle all these marriages.
I don't ever want to get married.
Most people shouldn't, if you're going to ask me.
No, that's what Phoenix would say. He never want to get married because of all the divorces he has to deal with.
And then he does. And then he has to be his own divorce lawyer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, imagine that.
I don't want to imagine anything.
Well, then, okay. Well, then we'll get out of Disney World. Speaking of that, I saw Lilo and Stitch today.
So,
it's part of work today. My clients at summer camp, so we all go see movies every Monday and Friday. We saw like Karate Kid Legends on Monday, and then we saw Lilo and Stitch today. And
it was bad. At least I thought it was.
Did you? Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, briefly. Could not.
Salt's gonna go make some hot chalky.
bring me hot chalky.
Salt, are you in the southern hemisphere? The only reason I say that is because hot chocolate in the summer is not ideal. Stuff like this really brings out a spiteful part of me I try to suppress.
That's why we call you Salt.
I don't want to assume anything, Salt, so I won't say anything. but hopefully that hot chalky is good. But yes, Lilo and Stitch, I didn't mind it. So I mean, I didn't mind it so much. Wait. Why wouldn't hot chalky not be ideal? Because it's the summertime. It's very hot. Usually you have to drink like cold beverages in the summer. That's why I was asking if you were in the southern hemisphere, because it would be winter technically over there if it was like the southern hemisphere. But it's hot chalky. I mean, I don't even drink coffee in the summer. Everything is cold ice water in a beer stein. And
Yeah,
either
because
that or I...
you're part of one of those states that are out to kill you, Joe.
What, like, were you talking about like the actual ice agents?
No, I'm talking about a state that's actually out to kill you when it comes to the sun.
Oh, well, I live closer to the equator, so that's why also. Okay, you're in the northern hemisphere. How do you live? By breathing, by inhaling and then exhaling, making sure that my
Joey
lungs
drinks
work.
like what? How many gallons of water every day?
No, I have 5 beer steins of ice water a day.
There you go.
I'm on 3 currently. I got 2 more before I go to sleep. Oh, Salt's going to have hot, chalky, and soup. Well, what's the soup going to be? If you say tomato soup, I will love you forever, Salt.
I love me some progresso soup. The tomato with basil. Yum.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Or peanut butter and chocolate. I don't know, whichever one you want to go with. What soup? What soup did you throw in? Oh, you can't send a. Oh, you could do it on the Discord. Yeah, okay, I forgot.
Yeah, remember, it's all part of a Discord.
Yes, which we'll get back to once we get the once I get the new computer and everything.
Right now, I'm just trying to like figure out our movie
Get away
stuff
from the window.
because
because once I get the new computer, I'll be able to screen share movies and everything.
Well, I'm trying to do a picture to basically do a drive-in theater picture where I can just put the fucking movie on the screen part, but I'm having trouble with some of the AI stuff because AI sucks when it comes to describing shit.
It's okay, I get it. I'm not as Salt.
You are important.
For God's sake, Salt.
Salt, let me just say this much. Let me say this much. We love our fans.
Salt's laughing at the end. Obviously, Salt's teasing us.
I know we haven't been active in our Discord, but I'm trying to plan things behind the scenes, plus work on personal projects as well as my own artistic stuff. So I just have a lot of things up my sleeve I want to do for us.
Well, and I had to take care of some health stuff because my health is shot to shit right now, so I got to worry about that.
Yeah. I want to do show Christian shows and make fun of them with the fans and stuff for one of our days off and stuff.
Colby, the Christian computer.
That, and I mainly want to do Salty, the fucking songbook. That guy gives me the fucking creeps.
They did a collab, by the way.
I know. And I remember
Thank you, Salt.
That one movie where he was actually a songbook, without the guy's face popping out, and the shit was actually fucking creepy to me.
The show with the talking bread and donuts.
Oh yeah, Donut Man. He's back. Now it's centered around the Catholic belief, I guess.
Oh, he went away from the Protestant path. That's better. That's better than nothing, I guess. I'm
trying to think. Mac and Me is one of them I want to watch with the fans if I can.
The
find
ET
stuff.
ripoff.
Yep.
No.
No,
so I was going to say, Mystery Science Theater did that movie.
No, it's not Mac and Me. It's No, it's like McGee and Me. That's it. McGee and Me. Where this kid has like, it's kind of like he sees his own little drawing pretend friend and he talks to it. It's a Christian show.
Oh.
I also would like to make fun of some Touched by an Angel, even though I love that show.
I remember that show for some reason. I don't know why. I remember it was like a 90s thing.
Yeah, I love the show. Don't get me wrong. Former Christian here, but I love the show. I like I love like the woman who plays Tess and all that shit.
Isn't that the one where like God appears as like multiple people throughout each episode?
No, it's like random episodes. God shows up.
Okay.
At the end, God did show up, but like
Yeah, but like he appears as like different people, but
No.
just talks to her.
no.
Okay, then I'm thinking of another
It's
show.
about like this angel who's like a caseworker and she has to help people and shit. At the end, like she's up for a promotion to come to find out she takes over her supervisor's job, and because the supervisor's being promoted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said the promotion was going to be heaven. I'm like, what? I've been dead this entire series? And this has all just been purgatory, like Lost?
No, it's about an angel going from a like singing choir to being one of these like fields researcher type of angels to help people.
Jesus.
Interesting.
So I remember Touched by an Angel, but I remember there was like the one I was thinking of was like there was a woman and she was like doing these adventures, but every time like she would be in a conflict, like God would just show up as like a random person and like just give her sage advice. And like, what are you talking about?
I don't even know what that one is.
Yeah, it was very popular. I think it was on ABC back in the early 2000s.
Wasn't that like the Jason Ritter one instead? Because I remember
No.
Jason Ritter was talking to God in his own show. But yeah, I would like to do some research and just make fun of these fucking kids shows.
Okay, I'm thinking of the God is Dead movies.
What,
Or God is Not Dead, I'm sorry.
what movie I want to target when we do this Christian stuff is Jesus Camp.
Oh, God. The worst horror movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you watched a horror movie, you haven't watched Jesus Camp.
Dude, that one scene where they're praying to fucking Trump. I'm not Trump, fucking
Yeah, Bush.
yeah, Bush.
Well, they were praying for him. They were not praying to the
Yeah.
cardboard cutout. They were.
What scares me about that fucking movie is where the kids are putting fucking duct tape on their fucking mouths.
Oh yeah, with the red tape, and it had like what was it, an X?
Yeah.
I like how there was like one scene where they're like all like crowded around, like where they're telling like ghost stories, like "Are you afraid of the dark?"
Yeah.
And the camp counselor came and it's like, this type of thing doesn't glorify the Lord.
Right? I'm like, just
just,
let these
like-
damn kids freaking tell a ghost story.
Okay,
Tell
Ned
'em-
Flanders.
Yeah, she just sent them all to bed.
Literally, the woman with the glasses was targeting the kids to like preach.
Yeah.
The kid, and this poor kid had a mullet. I feel sorry for him.
Oh yeah, the ponytail mullet. It was
Yeah.
a ponytail mullet, among other things, and everyone was like, "That kid needs to shave his fucking head."
I feel sorry for
And
that.
it's funny
one kid.
because that mullet kid ended up talking to a guy who got ousted as being gay, like the preacher in that movie, Ted Haggard. He got
I know.
ousted as a gay man.
I
But
know.
the whole time he was like, when he was talking with the kid, he's like, here's how it works. Okay, wait until you could be cute until you're 30, and then all of a sudden God will just get no. He's like, just use your cute kid thing until you're 30, and then you'll have good content
Right.
for preaching and stuff. And he's like, what? So you just admitted to everybody that all of what you do is bullshit.
Right. But yeah, that's some of the things I want to do on the docket. I'm not sure about anybody else here.
Well, we could always do Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas for Christmas time. If anybody wants to go through that.
I can't stand that son of a bitch. This guy
To
actually.
think that people actually watched Growing Pains with him.
The thing is, I loved Growing Pains when I was a kid. The thing is, the day, like, when I watched him say that when he compared fucking homosexuality to bestiality, he lost my respect then.
It was even Left Behind. That Left Behind movies. I was like, oh, well, that just made me not think less of you too.
Oh, we need to watch the Left Behind movie with Nicolas Cage in it.
Oh God, it's already bad enough. I've seen too many bad Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah, but him in a Christian film, why not?
Trying to think what. Okay. There's the 50 Shades of Grey version, but without the sex. But it was more like, I can't remember the name of the movie. I'll have to go back and listen to.
I think I know what you're talking about.
What was it like?
Well, Cinema Snob did a whole bunch of Christian movies.
Yeah, I remember that one where they were like reading these books, asking each other questions and shit.
Well, yeah, the book was called like Red Light, Green Light, and it was all like, oh, you answer a certain question. It's like, well, that's a red light for me.
Yeah.
It was all to determine whether or not they would be compatible. But he's got like this thing that's like, well, I don't go into I don't step into a room.
Yeah, it's
old fashioned. That's what it was. He doesn't step into a room with a person inside of it.
I want to see that abortion Saw movie.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Why?
Is that the one that was like?
That's a torture film.
Is that the one where there's a line, we only do abortions on Saturday?
I know.
No, there's that one, and then there's a horror movie one that's also Christian related. It's like these three mothers that were going for abortions, and
that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's not going to fucking change my fucking point of view on how I feel about abortion. I'm always going to be pro-choice. So what the hell?
It's just no. They try to paint it as like abortion as like a horror movie all on its own.
Right. Come to find out, the one who chose the abortion ended up the one being dead at the end or something.
Yeah, that's how they try to paint it.
Dude, come on.
And it didn't do well, and neither did the other one either. Like, in fact, some of the actors that were in the movie had to hide from plain sight because of their involvement in the movie.
Yeah, I think one of the girls I fucking actually grew up watching in a Disney film. I think she was in True Colors or something. Or not True Colors. What the fuck was it?
War Room. That's another movie to add to there. War Room.
I never seen that one.
Okay,
then again, you can always take the Tyler Perry movies as Christian films too.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because basically there is a God thing, but at the same time they're fucking comedy and ridiculousness. That's a gray area I need to explore before doing anything.
I know the Medea movies were popular in terms of a box office draw, but not as so much on the critically acclaimed side of things. Like even his dramas, people have like Spike Lee got on him so badly. I remember the whole Spike Lee, Tyler Perry feud that was going on at the time. It's like, that man is not a filmmaker. It's like, well, fuck you.
Right. Now, I remember him doing like The Passion as a musical, which is great. They take like mainstream songs and put them in a narrative of the Bible. And I do admit the guy who played Jesus is ultra cute. So maybe I'll try that one. But there's a lot I can fucking do with this whole like church bullshit.
Salt's got the choco.
I want some Salt. Gimme. Now, it was like when I was telling our co-host before we start, we need to start getting some like stickers or something of our cats to put in our Discord.
And I'm sorry, Salt. I didn't mean to get on you about the whole choco thing.
Yay. They're going to share their stuff.
Ah, pumpkin spice. Do you do the whole Starbucks pumpkin spice thing? Just curious.
It sucks. We gotta keep waiting for fall.
Well, at least it's not like the olive oil coffee.
That one.
How dare you doubt my chalky? We've eventually entered the chalk zone.
Rudy's got the chalk.
I declare hot choco the only drink you should drink in summer. Oh, God. Trust me, I am out there in the blithering hot sun, like now at this summer camp. So if I had hot chocolate, I would literally get dehydrated out there.
Don't worry, we'll put some ice in it, make it hot. I mean, cold.
It would just be lukewarm choco. And listen, I love choco more than anything else in the world. If it's in ice cream form, whether it's in hot liquid form, whether it's in solid dark form, I love my choco. I love my chalky.
We know, Mr.
Even if it's in a tiramisu.
See?
Oh,
I sort of do the Starbucks thing, but it's really just spicing hot chalky in general. Oh, it's not just hot chalky, it's spicing hot chalky. I usually add a teaspoon of instant coffee.
Dude, I come to find, like, I can't trust fucking, like, coffee places. I don't care for them.
Well, you can just make it at home.
Exactly.
I mean, now they have those Keurigs that now where you don't even have to go to Dunkin' Donuts to get their coffee. You could just buy the Keurig things and then just put that in your Keurig machine.
Well, when it comes to hot chocolate, I have to have double packs of the chocolate mix to make it really chocolatey. Plus a lot of fucking marshmallows. I'm not going to pay fucking like $8 for a cup of coffee or something or for hot chocolate. When they can't even get my recipe fucking right.
Oh yeah, because they're not using your recipe. They're using a manufactured recipe that can sell by the millions. That was probably done in the laboratory.
Probably.
Or King Neptune with his like thunder powers was able to make 1,000 of them, while SpongeBob was over in the corner just tucking in the hot chalky before he put the lid on it.
Time to play the hot chocolate song from Polar Express.
What? What? Hello.
I am.
I actually knew somebody that worked on the real Polar Express in Miami.
Oh, how's that?
Yeah, it wasn't fun for them.
Oh. I feel sorry for anybody who has to fucking work in theme parks.
Baby
Especially
boy.
Disney. Because they have to keep a smile on their face most of the time.
And they're not unionized, so they don't get paid very well over there.
Right?
Isn't it true that like they have to share underwear?
Yep.
But you would like their late at night staff, so since they bring in a bunch of cats to kill out all the mice at night.
Yeah, I know that one. They adopted a bunch of stray cats.
At least they're getting fed.
You know, because they want to call them the Aristocats, but they know they can't make that live action movie.
At least they'd have to at least cut out one song.
Yeah.
But then you would get like the whole like blah, blah, blah.
That's
why they don't do
Aristocats.
That's why they're not doing Peter Pan or Pocahontas.
There's enough.
Okay, the Pocahontas one's obvious that it
added pumpkin spice, nutmeg, cumin, and white pepper.
Let's make this obvious, okay? The real Pocahontas met the real John Smith when she was 12. If they're supposed to be lovers, yeah, somebody's a pedophile there.
They weren't
Well,
even like lovers.
That's why they made her 18 in the movie.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at the real history, you got to feel sorry for the real Pocahontas about when it comes to her husband.
Yeah, 'cause she married Billy Zane and then died at Gravesend. They don't tell that story in the sequel.
Who wants to marry Billy Zane?
Well, it's like it was a better choice than Mel Gibson.
Oh God.
That's who played John Smith in that movie.
Ugh.
Oh, she was also married before the guy she ended up marrying afterward, or forced to marry.
Yeah, she got captured.
What else y'all are doing tonight, by the way? Well, I mean, technically it's 10 o'clock for me and Sylph over here. So
Basically, we got like 13 minutes.
I got to finish drinking a lot of water, and then I got to think about whether I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow, whether sunrise or sunset.
I'm just trying to finish.
Yeah, and Salt, to be honest, I'm waiting for my new computer to get built. I'm waiting for my desk to come in from the delivery store, and so that my handyman and I can build it, and then my friend can come over and build the computer.
I already told Joey I am so ready to start doing 2 shows a week now again.
And I'm also trying to find the Switch 2, which is not easy to find. You tinkered with your PC today. You added a new SSD. What is SSD?
That's like capture means storage card, right?
Oh, I thought it meant social security disk. I was like, what are you
Solid
doing?
State drive.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go. That's for storage. I think I'm getting like something that's. Well, I was supposed to get like the state-of-the-art SSD a drive, but they ran out of stock, so I had to go for the second best option. But my friend said it still runs amazingly well, so I'm like, okay, I'll take a look at it.
Oh, do we want to announce what we're doing next week?
I don't even know what we're going to do next week. I still got to. Oh yeah, right, the Omnibus season 4 of The Simpsons.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to be playing some Hit and Run then.
Yeah.
Oh, but Salt, you don't know me. You don't know me that well. I need to have like, I when it comes to computer parts, like I told my friend, like let's go for. I increased my budget from 10 years ago. Last year I spent $1,000 on it. This year I'm spending $3,000 on this new computer.
Oh boy.
I was like, I am going for the top quality shit. I want to eat good. Just like my wrestling shows. I want the shows to have I want there to be a 3-course meal for the 2 hours that I watch.
Yep.
And I basically get it, so it's good.
Yeah, you don't know Joey like us. Joey's got to have the best of the best. When it comes to
that's that autistic part of my brain.
Yep.
Like if I'm gonna have pasta, it's got to be from this one particular place that is artisan, and it's not from that Barilla. I mean, even though I technically get Barilla for purposes relating to family, but if it was up to me, I would go to the actual website, buy it from Italy, bring it over here, and then if I really wanted to have like the state-of-the-art sauce, I would get the Roma tomatoes from the vines in Italy, bring them back here, learn how to actually break down tomatoes in water to actually make sauce from scratch. That's how I would go.
You might as well fucking move to Italy.
I would.
Like, I was going to say, might as well just like order the seeds from Italy and just learn how to farm, because like, I'm sure the tariffs for that would be
I will become the John Marston of tomatoes. It's like, hey, Jack, why don't you go and check to see if those tomatoes are ripe yet? Okay, sir.
Seriously, Joey's passion for food is outrageous.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even made state-of-the-art pizza yet. I have made state-of-the-art mac and cheese, though.
Yeah, don't argue with Joe about the box fucking macaroni and cheese. He will
Oh, that
Yup,
shit's
yeah.
shit. That is like
There we
cardboard
go.
shit.
Here we go.
There we
You know how
go.
I
Yep.
You know how I make mac and cheese? Butter. Then I put flour in there. I stir it up very well for 5 minutes. Then I put the cheeses in there. Or no, then I add the milk in there, and I just let the milk get thicker. Then I add the cheeses in there, and then I have this really thick cheese sauce. And then once that pasta's boiled, I mix it all together. Boom, and it goes in the oven for 20-25 minutes. Every person, literally, when I brought it into work that day, was like, "Oh my God, this is like heaven on a plate." Parmigiano Reggiano is undebatable, but getting tomatoes imported is a little point. Salt, what the heck? You do not know the San Marzano Roma tomato. Now,
Oh, boy.
God, the Parmigiano Reggiano cheese wheel. If I could just get that Parmigiano Reggiano cheese wheel, to get it imported in there and just have it sitting on my kitchen counter, and then just finding ways to open that wheel and then just experiencing the cheese that's inside. Ah,
Wait, is that
Billy's
the
got
one
a
where you can
total
put food in
boner
it
for
and like
cooking
use
right
it many
now.
times?
yes. Yes, you could put risotto in a cheese wheel. You could put any pasta in a cheese wheel. It'll taste delicious.
And this is why I keep saying you need to fucking do your own cooking show for our channel, because your passion for the food. I
Yeah.
think people would watch that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Also,
Oh,
keep
now
in
I
mind,
wish
but
that I
they may be New World ingredients, but they are planted specifically in the soils of Italy, and they taste really good. We're probably like the one place that actually like just uses tomatoes the best. So we can't give it a I can't say anything else more about it. But delicious stuff. Like one of these days, I'm just gonna have like entire jars of tomato sauce to make in like a basement of whatever if I ever get a house, and I'll just be like, boom, I'll have like a month's worth of sauce ready to go.
So basically, you're going to can it.
Oh, first cook it, then put it in jar. No, in those bottles.
Yeah, you're
Those
going to
mason
can it.
jars?
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get them in those tomato bottles.
Ah.
The ones that the wines you can put wine in. It's like wine bottles are always a good source to make to put tomato sauce in. Oh, Salt wants to have a cook off. All right. Challenge accepted.
That's what I'm saying. You need to start doing the fucking cooking shit, because I think it'd be a good thing for our channel.
I can live stream a 4-hour bolognese.
We should do that on New Year's. You would love that for our New Year's stream.
Oh God. Oh God. And cooking that late at night though. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that then, because I mean, finally, StreamYard is able to do it off your phone.
And you got us to help you entertain, and yeah.
Well, just salt. Just so you know, I do use a lot of salt in my sauces.
Yeah, kill Salt's family while you're at it.
Well, don't worry, pepper and paprika from Blue's Clues will be there.
Didn't they have a second child?
I have no idea.
Salt, pepper, and paprika. Yeah.
I stopped watching after Steve left.
Wait.
Oh, Ellie's really doing that?
She was born in the season 1 finale.
Yep.
Oh.
That I specifically remember. So I'll have to see whether I can watch like The Simpsons on like not Disney Plus, because I can't even get into the account anymore. But I may be able to do it through my cable box.
Ooh la la.
Either that or shared both foods. Okay. I'm gonna have to see. what Salt made in the last few minutes.
I finally watched the first episode of Bar Rescue.
Oh no! These drinks aren't being made properly.
And you know what? I'm going to have to agree with him. I couldn't tell the difference between the fucking bar and the strip joint. Thank God they changed that.
And then they closed.
I did not know that.
Yeah, here's a spoiler alert. Pretty much every bar that gets rescued on that show closes down.
I
They
heard
go back
somewhere that part of it is because the rent for it. I mean, the ones that don't improve, like the rent, it gets hiked up because it was on TV and like, oh,
Of course,
we can
they don't
make
take
money
that
off
into
of it.
account. Pretty soon there's going to be a dark side of reality TV episode on Bar Rescue. Yeah, much like Kitchen Nightmares. Yes, almost every kitchen, every restaurant does not make it on that show either. I mean, the very first ever episode in the UK, it was a fucking disaster at the very end. Like, they even showed, like, the last few minutes, they just went back to their old ways.
To me, it just seems like Gordon Ramsay's just lost his steam.
Did he really even have it?
I'm talking about like how vulgar he was at first. Like he didn't give a shit. Now that he's been in this business so damn long, it's nothing new.
Well, yeah, because now he's getting criticized because he made a terrible grilled cheese video that everyone shitted it on him for. Then he
Right.
tried to make another one, and that still wasn't enough because he didn't actually make a grilled cheese.
Dude, I keep hearing how terrible his restaurants really are.
And if you talk to any Italian that makes like his Italian recipes, they all shit on him for it
Yeah.
because he doesn't make good. It feels like he's apparently anti-Italian.
It's like what I fucking tried to tell you that time. He made fucking this big whoop about how fucking frozen meals sucks. What he's doing now, selling frozen meals.
No, and even that, like, it was like, I'll never be a vegetarian. Never, ever, 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 ever. And then all of a sudden he becomes a vegetarian at the end of his life because he has to for health reasons. But he was like getting on people. Like he went to India for like one of his shows. Like, you mean I have to eat vegetarian foods? Like, shut up, sit down and eat it. It was like, okay.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is the same
boy.
guy that on one episode they fed a vegetarian meat.
Yes, that was a
God.
Kitchen Nightmares UK episode. It was an Italian place. They were making these new pizzas. They didn't realize that one of them is a vegetarian. It's like, oh, I guess you're gonna be a meat eater now.
Yeah, because they put bacon on the pizza or something.
No, they hid it inside the cheese.
Oh,
They hid the
Oh,
ham or
God.
bacon inside the cheese, so they didn't even know it. It was inside
That
of
is
it.
an asshole thing to do.
I know, right?
I mean, fuck. When I checked out when I was at the store, I saw that Gordon Ramsay made like fucking ramen.
yep. He's a sellout. What do you expect?
Yep. Of course.
Don't get me wrong. I like Gordon Ramsay and all, but fuck's sake, I could even say he's a fucking sellout.
Indeed.
No, he's a billionaire now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, yep, that's where he lost his soul.
Oh yeah, Mama Cheery. That was an episode on the very first season of Kitchen Nightmares. That thing, I think that's still open to this day.
Ain't that the one woman from Louisiana that opened a restaurant in the UK?
Yep.
Yeah, I
And she
remember
came
her
to the
because I
UK.
remember I
Yep.
liked her.
Yeah, she was the only one that made it. Everybody else was just like, things happened.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember her. I really liked her. I remember that. And she actually wasn't a bad cook. That's the
No,
only
no,
time
she was skilled. She just didn't know how to.
That's
do
what
the
I'm saying.
books.
Compared to most people, I'm saying.
Yeah, she just didn't know how to do the books. Once she realized how to do the books, then it was like, oh, I know how to do this now.
Yeah, but when he came
Uh-huh.
back later, they were still fucking up. And one of the customers actually said, "I don't see why this place is so amazing and stuff." You know, because they were
She has
starting-
her own. She could make her mac. You could make her mac and cheese. I can't make mac and cheese that I haven't tried yet. There's different versions. I mean, there's a New Orleans mac and cheese that I know exists. I've never tried it, so unless I try it, I can't make it.
Yep. But there's so much we can do for the Discord that we can't do on here. That's
Very
why
true.
I wanted like exclusively do the Christian stuff for the Discord and the Thomas stuff that Joey wants to torture me with on there too, so we can pass that.
Well,
freaking
we already did the lost media of the debut episode.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
nobody was there. It was just us four.
I want to get specifically the Ringo Starr ones, but the ones on Amazon are only the George Carlin. Oh, Salt, you missed this. We're going to be doing Christian content. We've converted, and we are now full-blown Christians, and we're just going to be doing, but instead of watching like bad Christian stuff.
That's controversial there, sir. I'm not a Christian. Used to be, never again.
No, I was
Same
saying
here.
it. I was saying it as like we are converted. It's like one of us. And now we're just forcing the content onto the fans. No, in all seriousness, we're going to be making fun of it because it's shitty.
Yeah,
I guess the dating sims were too. No, it was enough for me. It was enough for me.
the thing is, I'll be honest. Me, Sylph, and Mooney, we're just getting tired of doing it weekly. We just wanted something different this week and all that stuff.
Mhm.
There's only so many hot guys that 3 people can see before it's like,
Well, it was
okay,
like
how
when I
many?
It was like what I
So-
told Joey. Well, your
Amateurs.
pastor finally got tired.
Apparently, Salt can handle all those
I will
muscle-bound
put you
guys
in the
one
water,
go.
Salt.
Oh yeah, Salt. If you want more of that, you can pay for the fucking like
Blessed
sex
version
time
for us.
version.
Okay. Okay, fine. PayPal me $8 or just give that. I'm kidding. I am joking.
No, you're not.
I mean, there's
Look, if there's a way we can pay for the saucy stuff and we can play them on the Discord, I would. But I would have to fight Joey on doing it without his head exploding.
because then I would be critiquing the actual sex.
Exactly.
I was like, wait a minute, you can't lift her leg like that. What if she's not flexible?
I would love to see your critique on the gay sex.
Oh God.
Well, there is no gay ones yet.
I know. That's one thing why I'm getting tired of these fucking dating sims. There's no gay ones. I want to go after the hunky guy as the nerdy little guy.
What about Yuri?
Oh,
That got Self's attention.
well, yeah. Oh, I can't even put the flag in.
Oh yeah, I see. I was about to recommend one, but if we're going for gay ones, I don't know any.
No, we're willing to do the straight ones, but I just want a gay one once in a while to toss in there for our gay fans. After all, it is Pride Month. And
Yep. I mean, we
And
gotta
what better
represent.
way? And what better way to celebrate Pride Month by playing gay dating sims
yeah.
that are obviously badly written and don't have a lot of and it's just basically the fantasy of the person that made it.
Yeah,
Oh,
take
so
it.
you watched a lot of rom-coms, I see.
Oh, it's basically or something like porn without plot.
And that's basically what porn is. Or there is a plot, it's just not very well thought out, or it's like, oh, hey, I needed something that was fixed. Oh, the guy that's doing it is hot. Okay.
Mooney, don't show Joey the porn of the pizza man with his dick on the pizza.
What?
I already know about that, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me browse my adult-only Steam.
Funny enough, one of my games that I play on my phone, it's got a Steam version and it's released today.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
is it the one that I played?
I'm afraid to see what salt it's recommending to us. Uh-oh.
Oh,
They said, well,
Well, I will
what
be
the
able to
fuck?
play Steam. I will be able to play Steam with my new computer. So,
Yeah,
oh,
that's what's scary
I
about
could
this.
finally play all the Homestar games again.
Woo!
nice.
I finally got a game I've been earning to get, and I finally got it for free. Limbo.
Let's
okay,
get
here's a
ready to
video.
limbo.
It's about this boy whose sister gets kidnapped or something, and you have to like climb all this stuff in the dark and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty cool looking game. Oh god, what the hell still?
Phil?
Okay, so I was gonna mention a thing for like the Christian thing on the Discord, Joshua and the Promised Land.
Oh
Oh.
God, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Well, I forgot that Jim Lyon made another project
Uh-oh.
where it's about 9/11,
Oh no.
That I know.
and he
That I
uses
know.
AI for like this AI filter,
That I know.
Bruh.
and he did so awful with it that like. Hold on, you know what? I'm just gonna copy paste the comment because I'm probably going to hell for laughing at this.
You want me to read it? I don't give a fuck about
You know what?
controversy
Yeah, you
when
can
it
read
comes
it.
to reading shit.
2 minutes 51.
Where do I
seconds.
send Rex? What is Rex?
Recommending.
Oh, I don't even know where our
Let me look at our Discord and I'll tell you where you could do the recommendation.
game suggestions.
Yeah, just do it there. Yeah, go to game suggestions. That's what it's there for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's raining.
AI is so bad that the fucking
Oh
hell.
my god. Okay. 251 AI is so bad that the plane missed.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Context for it is even worse considering it showed like it was a review by Saberspark and he showed footage from the animated thing and yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I also would like to do those fucking those bad cartoons, those cheap cartoons. You know what I'm talking about, like
Dingo
a fairy
Pictures?
tale. What?
Dingo Pictures,
Like
Golden
that.
Films.
Because I remember growing up with a lot of those movies.
Oh boy.
I don't know. The sky's the limit with all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, like I said, I'm trying to figure out the graphics of how I'm going to do this shit.
Yeah.
Since AI sucks with what I want.
Oh, did you do the thing that I do where you have to look something up and then put fuck AI?
Yeah, I was trying to get a fucking picture. I said a silhouette clown watching a fucking movie, and it keeps showing me like the clown itself, not the silhouette of the clown. Basically, the clown being my character.
I think you got to be more specific.
Yeah.
Well, I did put more specifics to it, and they still fuck it up. I hate AI sometimes.
Hold on, I could probably find something. What the fuck?
I mean, I got
First
some
image.
pictures I like, but it just looks too.
First, okay, maybe I need to say a different curse because
Well, we got to end the show anyway. So,
All right.
all right, folks. Well, we got to wait until this desk comes in, and even then, I'm gonna have to see how long this desk building is because I'm doing it
What
the
the
day
fuck,
of the
Phil?
show. So, I got to figure out exactly how long this is gonna take to build this desk, how I'm gonna be able to activate it. And then once I do, then it'll be. I may have to do it on my laptop if the desk is going to take too long. But if not, then I can hopefully get the damn computer built by 2 weeks from now, and then we can get started in the summertime once again. But until then, thank you all for the Lotion Man shit tonight. The algorithm shit, you know what to do with that. And we'll catch you next week. All right? All right. Salt, catch us on Discord. We'll talk in there.
All right.
All right.
Everyone take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to leave the recommendations.